What's up, geniuses? Welcome back to For the Record. Your eyes do not deceive you. You're watching your favorite show, but this is definitely the quarantine edition because we are keeping our asses inside. Y'all should stay inside. Y'all need to flatten the curve. This coronavirus is serious. Everybody, please be safe. But while we're being safe, doesn't mean that we can't not have the music conversation, right? And today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite social media music app, TikTok. It feels like nothing in the music industry can move without some TikTok juice. I'm trying to understand it. I want y'all to understand it. I just want to have the discussion. So I got two of my coworkers, two of my favorite people, two people who I miss going to the office and seeing every day from the Genius News team. First up, we have our senior news correspondent, Jacques Morale. Jacques, what's up, man?
What's up? Thanks for having me. Hope you all are staying inside. You too, Rob. Wash your hands so we can flatten the curve.
Next up, we have our supervising news producer. We speak on Slack all the time, but I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Tia Hill, what's up?
Hey, how are you,
How you
Rob?
doing? Where you at right now, Tia?
I'm in my room. I'm in my bedroom.
So yeah, I want to talk about TikTok. So as you all know, over the past few years, TikTok has had this incredible growth and really become a huge platform for music discovery. I mean, it's even resurfaced old songs like Drake's "Nonstop." Now we have the "Nonstop Challenge," the "Flip the Switch." You know what I mean? And Tia, you're a big TikTok fan, and you do new Genius News videos last year about what makes a song take off on TikTok, right? So if you could just explain to us, like, what makes a song take off on TikTok?
Well, I feel like I first of all I love TikTok. I think it's hilarious, but I feel like there's two types of ways you can make a song take off. You could either have a song that's like really really good to dance to and then you make up a dance challenge and then everybody else starts doing it to whatever song, and that's probably because, it has like cool drums or like a really catchy beat or something like that. Or you could have a song that has lyrics that you can like make a video to the lyrics for. So if the lyrics are really really funny or you're saying something kind of relevant, then people will make TikToks kind of around that meme, so they're not necessarily dancing to it, but the point is more so to like be funny and make a meme around the message of the song kind of.
So fundamentally how it works, right? But I feel like within the TikTok atmosphere, right? Like there's certain kids at the cool table. There's certain influencers. Like just because you have like a really good idea and you're really creative doesn't like how do you actually gain traction on the app if you have one of these good challenges or good creative videos?
Well, I mean, I would love to say that it's just because you're creative and you come up with a good dance, but like the reality of it is, I mean, it's mostly white kids on the app that end up going viral and end up getting a lot of followers. If we're being honest, we know that's true. And I still think TikTok is fun, but half these dances, like with the Renegade dance, like the girl that created that was a black girl. And even if the influencers who ended up getting big didn't necessarily go out and say, I'm gonna steal this, TikTok prioritizes certain kinds of accounts because your like timeline and your algorithm is based on like what everybody else likes. So if you keep liking, I saw some article that's basically like if you're liking a bunch of like people that look the same, they're gonna keep serving you people that look the same. So if it's mostly, white kids on an app and they happen to mostly be liking people who look like them, which is neither here nor there, then that's who's getting served and that's who's getting pushed to the top of the app. Whether or not TikTok means for that to happen, that is just what ends up happening. But, that's usually the case for a lot of these dance challenges specifically.
And there was that report, I think it was in Vice, that said the moderators were told to suppress like TikToks from like people that are poor or that like I don't want to say like or that weren't as attractive or that had like they were in squalid conditions. And now there was nothing in there that had to do with like race and anything like that, but like and I'm sure T will agree, and even you, Rob, like the internet has made me cynical, so who am I to believe that that's not the case? Because TikTok is a really white app, but hey, it's neither here nor there, right?
Y'all just jumped in because y'all took my hottest take. I thought I was gonna be alone on this.
Oh
My
no.
No, no,
my
no. No, it's a
basic
fact.
Yeah, no, my basic thing about TikTok and the thing that bothers me, like it's fun. And music is fun, and we should be having fun. And dance has always been a part of music, especially hip hop. If you go back to the origins of hip hop, it was MCs, it was DJs, it was B-boys, break dancers, and graffiti. So like there's a part of this that really gets back to the roots of hip hop, which is really great. Um, the part that bothers me is I feel like how long is a TikTok video? It's like 15.
Anywhere, it depends. Like it can be longer. It can be like 15 seconds. It could be 6 seconds. Like it could be 60 seconds. You choose.
So that's what it is. It kind of the part that bothers me is I feel like that by and large, because hip hop is really kind of fueling and running with the biggest music genre in the world, that it's taking black music and making it digestible for white little kids 15 seconds at a time. And it's just like, nah, my song is worth more than 15 seconds. Like, even, something that was really interesting with K Camp Lottery. First of all, people call it the Renegade song because of the Renegade Challenge. you know and you hear that part, Renegade, and you get the beat and you get the dance, right? I don't think many of the people that are doing that associate that song with K Camp, or at least did right away, and definitely don't associate it with Reezy Renegade, who is the producer, and that's his tag. Like, a lot of people are doing Renegade and don't even know the origin of what the Renegade is. And to me, that's a real disservice to the music. Like, damn, we just synthesized this to the first 15 seconds of the song, and the producer is having a heart. The producer is here like, yo, me, mine, and then we're getting to the point where the actual young lady who actually created the dance, has to kind of fight, and everybody has to get on the megaphone for her to be acknowledged during the NBA All-Star weekend.
I think part of it too is like, it kind of, and I do think TikTok is fun, but on the other hand, it takes away the context of certain things, because when you think of the fact that there are kids who are literally around the world who use TikTok, but they don't have the context, because culturally, like, they might not be from the same areas that we are. They're not in the same spaces we are. So they have no idea that, like, this means this. So it kind of dilutes hip hop culture in a way. So kids aren't learning that along with learning these other songs and dances. It's just kind of like, oh, whatever, like, this thing is fun. Like, I'm going to just do this thing without the context. And then it ends up affecting the charts, and it ends up affecting the world outside of TikTok too. So there's this weird, like, in TikTok, out of TikTok thing happening.
It's all about like moving fast and breaking things, right? That's like the Silicon Valley, startup mantra. And essentially what TikTok did is they moved fast, as in they brought us 15-second songs, 15-second snippets, and they just broke the context of it. And like to your point, like, internationally what this does, like, remember like Rich Brian, what his first name was? Like, he was just consuming rap, and this was before TikTok, but he was just consuming rap like without the cultural context of it. And then he just believed that saying the N-word was just part of making a good rap song. And when it comes to like, no one really knows that like Renegade, that's producer tag, and like, yeah, the producer's like, hey, like, people know my tag, but they don't know I made that song. And even like K Camp, like, I'm sure like, sure, he's happy that the song is huge, you know what I mean? Like, more power to K Camp. But like, when people only know the first 30 seconds of your song, like, like, do they really know it? Like, like,
K-Camp has some good songs too, so he deserves. I'm a big K-Camp fan.
For sure. No, K Camp is one of the most really, his story is interesting because he's one of the most talented kind of songwriters and musicians. And, I remember he was on the Double XL freshman cover, but things just didn't quite work out for him. But I don't think it was indicative of his talent.
exactly.
Okay, so what we're talking about, and there's a couple of things I want to get at, man, that just hurts my soul. But Jacques, you make a good point, because you talk about, so it's more about what's the good 15 seconds of these songs. And then I think the next step to this, and what we're really starting to see, is it's changing the way that artists create. Like, I need a good 15 seconds of this song for a TikTokable moment. And, art is subjective, but it really makes me think, is it a good song if you're just focused on the 16 seconds? And really, the next question is, let's be honest, just because a song pops on the app doesn't mean that it's a good song, right? Like, Jacques, what do you think about that?
I agree, and like, not to preempt where the discussion is going, but like, I feel like a perfect example of it is Drake's recent song, like Toosie Slide, right? Like, it's, Drake has made songs that were great in like snippets before, but they were extrapolated to bigger songs. But that was only after the song already came out. It's like God's Plan, my band, or my mom. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? That, like, that snippet did well, and it also did well on TikTok, right? But that was like pulled out of the larger song. But for this Toosie slide, right? Like Drake teases it, like he announces it, and then Toosie posts a video. Tia talked with him, so you'll hear about that in a second. But like, that little snippet sounded cool. Then the song comes out, and I'm like, yo, this is mid. It's just,
Oh, you thought the song was mid?
I thought it was mid. I'm like, I played it a couple times last night. I listened to it last night. I listened to it this morning. I liked the video. Like the video is really nice. Like, and like I like the video, but the song I just thought was like, maybe it'll grow on me. But like personally, I feel like that's my personal example of it. Like you could show me 30 seconds, like, oh, this looks dope, right? This 30 seconds sounded good, but then when you pull it out to a larger video, it's just.
So, and Toosie, just for those who don't know, is a dancer in the dance community. Has a popping Instagram, popping on TikTok. So this song is kind of made in dedication to him and dance moves that he's popularized. Tia, what did you think of Toosie Slide?
I mean, I liked it. It wasn't my, like, of Drake's releases this year, I liked Desires the most and Life is Good second, but like I liked it. I'm not gonna be doing the dance. Those aren't really the kinds of TikToks that are in my lane, but like it was fine, Have you seen, follow me on TikTok, Rob? Yeah, but I mean, I thought the song was, it was fine. Like I liked it. It was nothing to write home about, but I didn't hate it. So I thought it was fine. But I think to your point too, like just because a song pops off on TikTok doesn't mean it pops off in real life. I think part of it, unfortunately, is new artists, if they focus so much on like having this little viral snippet that's so funny and good to make a TikTok to, the reality of it is like most times on TikTok, with the exception of a few artists, people are reposting these songs not caring about the person who made the song. It's about like the lyric. So it doesn't really, like, you could have a song pop off on TikTok. They couldn't pick you out of a lineup because nobody actually follows you like that if you don't have a strong audience outside of the app. Because you're scrolling, like when I get lost in my TikTok hole, I don't know what I just saw 5 minutes ago. So it's like you could scroll, not really connect with anything or any artist in particular,
People's heads get real big when they have a poppin' TikTok song, and it's just like, yo, relax. Like it's just relax. Like it's like I get it, but like, you know what I mean? Like if you have 10 poppin' TikTok songs, that's one thing. But like one of them,
But that that's the part that gets me. And I want to get back to Drake for a second, but outside of that, that's the part that gets me, is that now creators will start to cater to an audience that doesn't give a fuck about you or your culture.
Exactly.
One of the heartbreaking things in the part, and again, it's all fun and entertainment, and it should be allowed to be so. One of the things that I remember seeing sometime last year was the Crip Walk tutorial.
Oh my gosh, please. I can't.
And I'm like, why are we allowing that? Like there's people who live and die by that shit, and it's not even justifying that, but there's real life consequences to this shit. Why are we whitewashing Crip walking?
Or like
and
the wipe his nose type stuff where everyone was like, in their stupid videos.
Or something that really hurt again and was Juice WRLD. When Juice WRLD passed at the same time as this challenge of people faking seizures on TikTok was happening. Now, it wasn't a reaction to Juice WRLD's death. The thing was popping off about a week or two before, but it kind of coincided, and it just really kind of showed the ugly side and the insensitive side of, because hip hop is more than music. And again, while it's fun and while it's entertainment, it's lifestyle, it's pain, and some of it feels like an audience that is disconnected and thumb their nose up at the pain.
The one thing though, like, and it's like defense, right? And it's like the context of like these are all kids, right? Because like, like I didn't have like a rough upbringing in any way, shape, or form, but like I remember like 10, 11, 12, like trying to figure out how to do the Crip walk, right? But it's like it's different when that is like extrapolated out to like millions and millions of views that also millions and millions of people can see, removed from that context, right? So like it's like at the end of the day, these are a bunch of kids, but like as like a group, as a block, right? That's what it becomes, I guess, a little problematic. But it's like there are like when you're young or whatever, that's the thing, that's the problem I have with TikTok. Is like I keep looking through it and I'm like, yo, these are a bunch of like high schoolers. Like I can't, it's just like weird to me.
But the other part of it is that it is kids who don't come from the same culture. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
agreed. Yeah.
Like it's not just kids. It's because there's kids. And what you said about the data, or at least the reports and the allegations of them suppressing people who maybe don't look rich or come from like squalid, like, you know, it's certain things even at 11, 12 years old, if you're growing up in a gang neighborhood, like, you learn very early in your life the importance of how to move and how to act. I want to get back to the Drake song real quick. It was exactly what I expected. Like, I think Drake is great at this. Like, I remember Hotline Bling when GIFs, sorry, GIFs.
I mean, hey, I'm, non-plus. Continue though.
You know, they were already a thing when Hotline Bling came out, but even Drake doing that video with it in mind creatively that you can cut it up, Drake does that very well. And I think he creates in snippets, and we all actually talk about him writing and knowing the IG caption, what the IG caption is going to be. He's very smart in that. I think he creates whole songs and whole experiences, but he also is smart enough to know, like, listen, this is the part that's going to take off. It was what I was expected. I think the video helps. I think like the tour of his mansion is pretty funny. And then it's hilarious to me that it's a dance song, right? Like it might be like the 2020 version of Cha Cha Slide. This is the Drake version. This is You Gonna Make Me Catch a Body Like That, Drake. Like, this is him talking.
Yeah.
He's talking king shit on here. So the dichotomy is funny. I don't know. It's exactly what I was expecting.
I feel like Drake is good at taking, like, he's really good at adding like the extra 10% to whatever trend is there and making it like either sucking the life out of it and making it even more of a hit, or like creating something entirely new. Because, like, even like Renegade, right, with Lottery, right? See, I called it Renegade myself. Like, K-Camp was pushing that song to TikTokers back like in April of last year. I remember we worked on that piece on Seth, and K-Camp was leaving comments on his shit to push that song a lot, right? But like Drake himself essentially did just that, right? And made a song that, like, I'm not the biggest fan of, but people are liking, right? And he did it just better. And then and even his dance is like, he does this little thing, but he just does it. He just has a more of a polish to it. Like, he just adds like a different layer to it. Like, Drake is good at memeing himself. Drake is a corporation. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a private jet. He has a private 747. You know what I mean? Like, it's it's different.
I want to move on, but you brought up Seth, who, if people don't know, is he was about 12 years old. We did a story on him in Genius. Rolling Stone did a story on him. 12-year-old white kid that they said, like, Atlantic and all the labels were paying money to kind of do dance videos based off of their song. And that's the part that, again, like, that's the part that hurts. I'm going to quote Kanye West. I like Lady Gaga. What the fuck does she know about cameras? When she got the Polaroid, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, little white kids is cool. I'm cool. But, like, what the fuck? Seth gonna tell me about some gangster shit. Like, why is he now chosen as the before in hip hop it was the DJ? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was people from the culture. So I'm looking at this shit. It's like, why are we investing in this and letting this be the mouthpiece and the megaphone for our fucking culture and music? But, I think a lot of labels too aren't thinking culturally. It's like, we're thinking streams and we're thinking, what is it going to take to get this to take off? And people are really amused by a little white kid dancing to some gangster music. The same way they're amused by that old man with the glasses in his car. I fucking hate that dude.
I haven't watched a single one of those.
What song you know the words to?
I'm so tired. Because the joke of it is like, oh, look at this white person dancing to hip hop. And like, that's the joke. And I can't, like, it's just not funny. And it's this thing of like, ooh, what happens when white people do black people think, like, I can't, I'm not gonna find music that way. And then that's the reason that people are getting these songs, rather than like, don't you like, as I said, K-Camp makes good music, Cut Her Off, great song. But instead of just going out and looking, but instead of just going out and like looking for good music, it's like, oh, it has to be a joke somehow for people to be able to digest it and take it like kind of seriously, and then they're just gonna forget about the song in a month anyway.
But it's like, look where our eyes are, right? Like, it's like there's so much, like, how else do you compete, in a landscape where there's just so much content, right? It has to like move you in some way, and like it has to be like attached to memes. It just sucks.
But it doesn't. But that's the problem too. Is and we're going off the rail. I got a whole script here that went off. I know Rahel is sending me notes.
She's like, stop it right now.
But we talking about music. We talking about culture. We talking about lifestyle. The fact that we now, and this is not an indictment on you, Jacques. This is like an industry-wide thing. The fact that we refer to music as content, I think cheapens the fuck out of it.
Fair.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But let's kind of rate these songs. Drake, Toosie Slide is gonna be a big TikTok hit, undeniable, good or bad. What do you think?
I think it's
a good
good.
song? It's a bad song?
I think it's good because I like Drake.
You said mid.
I
You
played-
did
No,
say
no,
mid.
no,
You just changed your
I
mind.
think it's good in terms of like it being a hit. I don't like the song, but like
Right.
I'm happy for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna learn to dance. Well, maybe I will, but like I don't know if I'm gonna learn
The
to
minute you get
dance.
off this call, you're gonna be back there like right foot slide.
It is catchy though. It is catchy. It is catchy.
I like the song. I think it's a good song.
I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting 4 p.m. in Calabasas on this. Like he
Fair.
did what he said he was gonna do.
He couldn't give us a club bop because we can't go to the damn club anyway. So might as well give us something we could just do on our own in our houses.
Shout out to Drake as if he needs any more number one and Billboard placements, but I smell one in his future. Megan Thee Stallion, Savage, another song that took off when Kiara Wilson choreographed the dance to the song, and she posted it on TikTok. So far, I mean, we've seen Normani, we've seen Tinashe, we've seen Keke Palmer, Haley, and Justin Bieber. It's so still weird for me to talk to them as like a couple, as Haley and Justin Bieber. Megan herself posted the challenge, and the song is climbing the Billboard Hot 100 now. Shout out to Jay White Made It. I feel like there's a no-brainer, but outside of TikTok, is this song worth listening to?
Yes. I mean, I'm getting tired of it because of all the TikToks, but it is still worth listening to.
Yeah, that song was one of my favorite on the album on Sugar too. Like the moment, like the second track, you know, and like I also feel like in an album the second track is sometimes more important than the first track, but that's for another story, you know.
Especially when everybody stops trying to make the Dreams and Nightmares intro their first track. Megan didn't do this. That's
You know.
not the case on Megan's album, but
I mean,
everybody tries
Nonstop
to
was
do
the
that.
second track on Scorpion. You know,
Now
but
we gotta
anyways,
flip the switch challenge.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, I love that. I love that song. Yeah. Savage.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we could all agree on that, right? Like, shout out to Megan. I feel like this was as close to organic as you could get. Like, I feel like maybe the people chose it, and then, you know, you start pouring gas on the fire if you're a smart business person at the label and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I feel like sometimes you can tell if, depending on who posted it, I'm like, not to stereotype people here, this may be problematic, but sometimes I'm like, you look like you listen to this song outside of this context, as opposed to like somebody definitely paid you to play this music and you're like, oh, here I go, you know, but it depends.
And Kiara too is a great example of that. Like our colleague Russell spoke with her, and basically she had posted the same dance on TikTok like dozens of times, just hoping for it to go viral. Like if that's not organic, I don't know what it is. Like she did it like over and over and over and over, and then it popped. So, you know, shouts to her. Yeah.
We talked a lot about K-Camp and Lottery. You know, it was used in a 14-year-old Jalila Harmon's Renegade Challenge, and that became a hit, and we know what happened with that. The song racked up 15 million views on YouTube alone. K-Camp, is Lottery worth listening to outside of TikTok, or should it stay on TikTok?
I don't know if I would listen to it because I would like to do the dance in a group of people at a party, which I definitely would. I would play it along with some other K-Camp songs. I would listen to it.
That's fair. Detroit rapper Curtis Roach recorded a TikTok for his song Bored in the House, which has now been dubbed the new quarantine anthem. Tyga hopped on the song too. Obviously, the song is like much less serious. Like when we talk about kind of things being created for a moment or for a specific platform, this more falls into that. It's picking up steam. What do y'all think about Bored in the House?
I can't stand that song, but partly because I have not seen a single funny TikTok to it. When I saw the first TikTok, I was like, oh, this is like a clever sound. All right. But if I see one more mediocre person being like, oh my God, I'm so quirky in my bathroom. Like, I don't care. We're all in the house. And if I'm in the house, I'm not about to listen to a song that's like making me aware of my existence in this apartment. You know, like I wouldn't listen to that outside of TikTok.
You don't need the soundtrack for that.
Exactly.
I don't need a quarantine soundtrack.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like I am in the house bored. I know that's enough, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, I agree too. Like I really don't like that. I don't like the song either. It's just because like from how I've engaged with it has been through memes, and you know, like I said before, I don't know if we're gonna hear a DJ play some music out like for a while, but I wouldn't move to that at all. But, like change the song. Like just because it's good for a meme doesn't mean it's actually good for, you know,
General consumption.
Yeah, general consumption. Yep.
You remember that meme of the kid who redid Next and he changed it to Why You Always Lying? Why you
Oh
Oh,
always
yes.
yes.
lying? And it was hot
Classic.
and people were playing it at parties and it was just like the snippet and then
I
he
would listen
went
to
in
that.
he went in and he made the full song. And then people
Yeah.
were like, "What are you doing? We didn't ask you for this. We were cool with just sometimes memes just need to be memes."
Exactly. Like I would listen to a club remix of Why You Lying, a full length version of that, but maybe not. I don't need like several verses of it.
Yeah, fam, you can keep that. We're gonna shift gears a little bit. Pao Fu, Canadian artist. He has a song called Deathbed. Definitely not a dance hit. A lot more somber. I was watching the video the other day and it really kind of got me in a bad spot. It was a very emotional song. Found viral success on TikTok. Took a while to get on streaming services because of the sample clearances, because the sample is Biba Doobie's Coffee. Now the song has 139 million streams on Spotify. In a lot of ways, the song doesn't feel like it was made to take off on hip hop or TikTok because it was a little depressing. The first verse is like, "Yeah, I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to pass away. I've been thinking about future because I'll never see those days." What do you think about this song that has worked on TikTok, or why has it been successful there?
I think this is one of those songs that isn't like it's obviously not really to dance to, but it's more so the meme is around like I don't even know like the vibe of the song. A lot of the videos are like, "This is my best friend. He has no idea I liked him. I've liked him for so long." And then at the end it's like, "I'm going to try to kiss him" or something like that. And then it's like that's the meme. So people aren't even and it's just like a sad song to put behind those types of videos rather than like, "Oh, I really like the lyrics of this song and this really fits." It's like Polo G song. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I cannot remember the song. It's like Polo G, Stunna for Vegas, and NLE Choppa. But like the beat of the song is like do 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 do, and the lyrics have nothing to do with the meme, but it's just like there's a meme that you do to the song, and it just is what it is. Like I can't even explain it. You know?
Right. No, I get you. Jacques, you got a take on this one?
I feel like the song, it's like kind of this is one of the ones that's like more popular for like the feeling and the somberness of it, right? And like even like the opening sample, right? It's like a little just darker. And like I'm looking at some of the memes, like it's high school stuff, It's like high school shit.
Yeah.
Like didn't text me back, or like I've had this like the best friend thing meme, like you just mentioned, right? It's just like it gosh, like I hate, they say you only become old when you start hating on stuff with the young, but like, maybe I'm showing some gray hairs here, but I feel like that's like one of the instances of just like, yeah, I can't, that's not it for me, it's just not
Yeah.
it.
It's funny. This song is different for me because I actually appreciate the song and the depth of the song. We had Powerful on Verified, and he explained it. And like I said, the video just came out. I was watching the music video, and I'm like, oh, this is like really well done for emotional music. Like, I don't. Obviously, TikTok has helped it. I think the TikTok experience of this song cheapens it than from what it is. I'd rather just listen to this song as a song if I'm feeling down, if I want to be in my feels. I don't need the memes with this song. So I think it's a good song. Like for what it is, like I like the song. I hate it on TikTok. It's just annoying, but maybe it's because I'm old and nobody's made me a friendship bracelet in a long time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna move on. Vibe, Cookie Kawaii, man, fixture Jersey club scene, right? Have you guys heard this song?
Yes, I love this song.
Yeah.
I've heard it like
Talk
once.
to me about what do we know? T, are you in tune with the Jersey club scene?
Well, Baltimore club music is the best club music. I just want to plug that, but I do love Jersey club music. Just had to throw that in there. But anyway, I found the song on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got it through all the memes, and that's why I liked it. And it's really fun. And then from that, I like found the song on SoundCloud, and then I started listening to it. So this was like guilty as charged. I found it on TikTok, and I liked it outside of the app. But it's just like it's just such a fun song. It's a great song. I love it.
It was dope. I appreciated the takeoff of this song because I love when niche kind of music genres and audiences and clubs where just like kind of the cool kids hang out and this is our own thing and they get kind of a boost based off of something like this. As long as they get to keep controlling this club music and we were talking before about how hip hop kind of gets diluted the bigger the audience gets. I love at this phase where it's in, where it's just like, yo, this is just our thing. You guys could watch from the outside. How you hating from outside the club? You can't even get
You
in.
can't even get in.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Also, I feel like Jersey Club does really well on social media just in general. Like this song on TikTok, and like a few years ago there was like a Jersey Club remix of We Are Young in like 2015, and that was like a meme on Vine, RIP. So like people love Jersey Club music on these random social media apps.
Yeah. We got to put more respect on Vine's name, man. Vine
Listen.
definitely
Thank you.
like died for
I
the
love me
sins
some
of these other
Vine,
social
okay?
media
Whew.
apps. Brockhampton Sugar. You know, it's not the official song and the official remix that is gaining proper popularity. It's kind of listed as Sugar by Brockhampton with a surprise. Can you guys are up on this Brockhampton Sugar TikTok?
Yeah, I was looking at some videos about it, and I'm just like trying to figure out like what like the surprise is, like what the sample is. Like I think, is it like a Tyler song or something, or maybe not? I don't know. But like I like Sugar just generally, and I like the remix with Dua Lipa. I like that. Like, you know, I think I'm saying her name wrong. But like I like the with Dua Lipa. So like I like, and I like Brockhampton. So like if I'm into the song, I'll put up with the TikToks about it. You know.
Do you like the TikTok version, Tia?
The surprise is like the very very end verse at the end, right, where he's like bringing him back out, right? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think they're
Yeah.
funny. I think it's funnier with the surprise. If the meme is right, then I like the
Yeah.
song, but I wouldn't just sit around listening to it per se. But if there's like a good TikTok, then I'm giving it a like, you know.
This is one that I don't know. Shout out to Rahel. She put this on, and I refused to listen to it. Just because I wanted to listen to Conway and Alchemist's album. But anyway,
A great album, Lulu. Great album.
Lulu is a great album, man. Hit Your Groove by Run It Up Taj.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna need y'all to put me on. Do y'all know about Run It Up Taj?
Yeah, it's like a dance. It's like step something, up down, something. I don't know. There's like a dance to it. I would listen to it outside of TikTok. To be honest, it's like a good, like, it's in the same range as all those type, like mop. It's the same energy as that song. It's like that kind of dance challenge type of thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And people do like dance TikToks to it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
What about you, Jacques?
Honestly, like I only listened to the song like a couple hours ago for the first time.
Listen,
Because like I'm not on TikTok like that. Like
if both
I'm
of you follow
trying-
me, then we could just
What?
really have. If both of you follow me
I
on
know,
TikTok,
I
I'll send you
know.
the good
I'm just
ones.
Oh man, I just know that the moment I get on TikTok, I won't get off of it. So I'm just like kind of, you know. But yeah,
You know, so I just want to wrap up. I appreciate y'all because like a lot of this was like discussion, but y'all educated me on some things.
yeah.
I know what I had as my gut feeling, like, and I thought I was like a conspiracy theorist alone on this. And when y'all just bust out from the beginning, it's like, yeah, you know, it shit cater too much to white people. I'm just like, oh wow, like,
True. No, when I first started using the app, and mind you, like, I make TikToks, I watch TikToks, but when I first started using the app, I was like, are there any black people on here? God damn. Because it was just so, until my algorithm, like, sorted itself, I was like, good lord. And I mean, I still think it's funny because, you know, I'm of the Vine generation, and that's what I had in high school. So, like, yeah, I get it. Sometimes you just make dumb videos with your friends for no reason, and I'm glad all mine are gone, but, like, still there could be some diversity, like, ugh.
Even like the compilations that are on YouTube, like it's overwhelmingly white. Like you would think that no black kids ever had TikTok, but like Dub Smash and Triller are overwhelmingly black. So it's like, you know, who knows?
Yeah, there are some great black TikTokers though. I will say that.
just need more balance and more visibility on the platform. And that's what it is. And I hope the takeaway when anybody watches it, I mean, it's not anything against white fans as well. Like, music, again, is entertainment and made to enjoy. But I think what we're really speaking to is just like more balance on the platform and more cultural context and appreciation. I think is some things that will make this better. Where do we think that the relationship between TikTok and the music industry is going? Is it a fad, or is it gonna just go all the way up?
I don't think it's a well, you know, if TikTok ends up being like Vine and it shuts down, then it's a fad. But Vine was basically doing the same thing back in the day because there were so many different songs that blew up. We did a video on that too, like 2 years ago, on hip hop and Vine and how there were so many songs that blew up off Vine. It was like a different time, but and so that was a thing too. And Vine had the same kind of issues where you didn't really get context with it. So I think TikTok will keep having an impact on the music industry. I think it's kind of a double-edged sword because on the one hand, it's like there could be a lot of random songs that blow up, but on the other hand, there'll be a lot of artists who have one big TikTok song and don't ever get to that point with like a good, strong audience to prop them up through the rest of their career, which is kind of unfortunate. And it is also kind of unfortunate that the industry has to rely so much on the app that is basically, it's fickle. Like it's just based on what people want to post about. But I mean, hopefully people still try to find music through other sources and just like want to learn and provide context, which we give here at Genius, but and like learn about the music outside of it and not just like consume in a vacuum. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it's gonna get bigger. I think actually Drake, this could be a pivotal moment for the app and the attention, and also the quarantine with everybody at home. Like we've mostly seen kids and young people on this app, and I think we'll see a lot more kids with their parents, a lot more older people and older generations because Drake, again, is so big. A lot of people just getting on to do the Toosie slide and because it's a fun thing. And it'll be interesting. That can grow the app because it'll grow the usership, or that can make it less cool. Like, if you remember, Facebook was like a young thing, college kids.
Yeah.
When Facebook first came out, now Facebook is for your grandmother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, so it's interesting because I'm sure all these apps want to grow their usership and grow their demographic, but that can make or break an app at the same time.
That's true. I do feel like TikTok has gotten like, now that everyone's at home, I'm like, oh, now everybody want to use TikTok. Okay. And now there's a bunch of like bored in the house and like all those kind of annoying ones. So it's not as funny, but there's still some gems on there if you really look.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all help me out, like think this thing out again. I feel like we're going to be talking about TikTok a lot more. It'll be interesting over the next couple of weeks what happens with this Drake record and other records that emerge during this quarantine time and the type of creative things that artists do. I just wanted to thank y'all for coming on the show. Y'all are doing great work at Genius News, just keeping us, it's such an amazing thing. We're putting out multiple videos every day, and Genius News is such a big part of that. I think when this quarantine situation, when we're trying to figure out remote content, the Genius News team was set up with a plan ready to go. And it was almost like, it was like we back like we never left. And that is a testament to the hard work that y'all do. Our whole team does, right? And stuff like that, because we all work together. But really a testament to the hard work that the Genius News team is doing specifically, man. So keep
Thanks,
it up,
Rob.
man.
Thanks, Rob.
And thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments. I know we're about to get a lot of hate in the comments, but I'm going to be right in there with you. Let's talk about it. Open discussion.